In this ABC tutorial, we will look at the narration view. But before we do anything else, we need to open a book. Go to Open and find your book and open it. Instead of recording the narration into the manuscript here, we'll now open the narration view. View, narration view. The narration view is designed to be used on a touchscreen. This can be used by the narrators themselves. It's a very clean interface with only the most necessary buttons for a narrator to use. We have a clock with the current time, an arm record button, a next button, and a multifunction button that works the same way as the arrows do. There's also other ways of navigating in the narration view, and I'll show you that in a second. But before we can begin recording, we have to arm the track, and that we can do just by pressing the arm track button. Now we can see that the manuscript has gone grey, and we have highlighted the first paragraph that we want to read. Down here we can see that the next button is indicating that we are ready to record. So now if we tap on the next button, we can see the top bar here turns red, indicating that we are recording, and the counter is counting, so we can actually see that we are recording in time as well. If we press the next button here, we'll jump to the next paragraph. It can be tricky to hit a button like that whilst reading on the touchscreen, so we've done it so you can also just tap anywhere here to the right, and you'll jump to the next paragraph or item. Now let's see how that will work if you're actually a narrator.
The story so far. In the beginning, the universe was created. This had made a lot of people very angry and been widely regarded as a bad move. Many races believe that it was created by some sort of god, though the Jatravartid people of Viltvodel 6 believe that the entire universe was in fact sneezed out of the nose of a being called the Great Green Arkle Seizure. The Jatravartids, who live in perpetual fear of the time they call the coming of the Great White Handkerchief, are small blue creatures with more than 50 arms each, who are therefore unique in being the only race in history to have invented the aerosol deodorant before the wheel. However, the Great Green Arkle Seizure theory.
Now, if there is a mistake in the recording here, we can, as we did before, use the arrow button backwards here to rewind, and if we hold it down, it will keep rewinding until we release it, and then we'll play. And when we're ready to punch in, we just press the right arrow here or anywhere on the screen here to the right. So let's just try that.
To have invented the aerosol deodorant before the wheel. However, the Great Green Arkle Seizure theory is not widely accepted outside Viltvodel 6, and so, the universe being the puzzling place it is, other explanations are constantly being sought. For instance, a race of hyper-intelligent, pan-dimensional beings once built themselves a gigantic supercomputer called Deep Thought, to calculate, once and for all, the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything.
Now there's also another way of navigating in the narration view. We can just tap anywhere in the text and it will play back from that place, and then again if we tap over here we will punch in. So, and we want to go in after everything, so that's here slightly from before that.
To calculate, once and for all, the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. For 7.5 million years, Deep Thought computed and calculated, and in the end announced that the answer was in fact 42. And so another, even bigger computer had to be built to find out what the actual question was.
And once we're done recording, we can just press the rec button again, which stops the recording. Now if we close this window here, we can see that we've actually got the entire recording here. It's that simple.